Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. And as promised, we're going to start doing some tests on the Thralls. Now, the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to spawn in some tier 4 Thralls. We're going to test it like I used to in the past. Now, do bear in mind that the Thralls do level up. And as they level up, they do get perks, which will affect what they can do. So, in order to keep this as accurate as possible, whilst also having a bit of fun, we're going to basically test the unleveled up Thralls. This will basically be a test of their base stats before they start leveling up. Do bear in mind that, of course, the attributes and the bonus things that they can get can also be good as well as negative. So we're going to start with the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, and as usual, we're going to use the Silent Legion armor set, which is very easily accessible and the best sword in the game, which I think is the best sword in the game for a Thrall to use, and that would be the Sword of Crom. So we'll place this guy down here. We will equip him with all the good stuff. We're not even going to use any weapon mods as such. We're just going to go bare bones with it and see what this guy does. Now, the way this works, if you've not watched my previous videos, is I will spawn in a boss. I'm going to use the same boss that I've always used, and then we will time the Thrall to see how long it takes him to take him down. Now, do bear in mind the Thrall will use various combos, so the time may vary, but we want to see how the more recent changes have affected all of the tier 4 Thralls. I will be using the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, Dalincia, and the Sumerian Berserker, as well as Dacius the Sharp and Spinous the Marauder. So these are the 5 Thralls that I will be using. So he's ready to go. It is time to spawn in our demon boss, and we're going to go with the bat as usual. And the way this is going to go down is from the moment the Thrall applies the first hit on the boss, the timer will start, and it will continue until the last killing blow has been applied to the boss. So that is how I've done it in the past, and that should give us a time of how quickly it can take it down. Let's go with it. There we go. Timer has now started. We'll see what these guys do. It's going to be interesting to see how the new balancing in the game has affected all of these Thralls. Now, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker did come out often quite on top, so it is a good Thrall to get. It is an easy Thrall to get as well. It's very easy to find. You don't have to farm a specific area forever and ever until it spawns. So I still think the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker is one of the best Thralls in the game, simply because it is powerful, it comes with a lot of HP, and does do a lot of damage. So already nearly at half health. It is annoying that I have to be in third person to monitor the boss's HP. Also, in the more recent balances for the game, they have changed out the amount of HP the Thralls have, the damage and all that. Same things have happened to some bosses, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And these are just the Thralls that you can get. Now, I'm also thinking of doing a video for the Thralls that you can't get, but you can spawn in and use them as Thralls. If you guys want me to do that, let me know down below. If you're going to let me know, though, give me a list of the spawnable Thralls that you can get just specifically through spawning them in, and I'll keep that in mind when I make that video. So yeah, let me know down below in the comment. Alright, we're coming up to a 2-minute mark right here. Okay. This arena is actually pretty good for testing, so I will be doing many more tests. Also, whilst I'm on the subject, if you guys want me to run other various tests here in the arena, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do so. Alright, so the time is 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Not bad. He's alright for health, so he didn't take too much damage. Definitely can be used in dungeons and against bosses and world bosses. Alright, just having a look at what the bat dropped. Not that that it's important to what we're doing here anyways. I don't even know why I did it. It's just habit. So yeah, no, not bad. I mean, it does come in with quite a decent amount of HP. It has dropped, though, but still a good amount of HP. Now, do bear in mind that these are just the basic thralls right here. They haven't had any levels, so I'm going to show you their inventory before we actually spawn in any of the bosses for them to fight. Getting rid of all the garbo that I don't need. Trying to make some space here, make them easier to access so that I can gear up all of the other thralls. Sword of Crom at the ready, geared up, time to spawn in that wonderful boss and see what happens. Same as before, from the first attack that the Thrall lands on the boss, the timer will start and it will continue all the way through the fight until the last final blow is applied. And the timer is up. It's going to be interesting. I'm quite curious to see what the differences are between thralls, especially when they start out. I can also do some tier 3 fighters if you guys want me to do that. That's another thing I could look at. So this is, by the way, Dalincia. For those that have missed out the name tag, this is what we're testing right now. We're going to see how she fares compared to the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. This isn't a perfectly accurate test anyways, but it does show us what they're like when they start out. Obviously, as they level up, they do get random attributes. Some will be beneficial, others will not. That will, of course, impact the Thrall's performances as they level up. So that's why I went with just the basic stats. Alright. We are under half health on the bat. It looks like we're going to get close to the 2-minute mark. Possibly exceed it. We'll see. I'm quite curious to see exactly where we get with the time. Also, feel free to pause the video and see the exact time, but don't bother. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Times will vary simply because of the combos that the Thralls may switch between. Alright, coming up to the 2-minute mark. We're going to be just over it by the looks of things. You picked the wrong fight. Okay. So Dalincia seems to take a bit longer. Yeah, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Just 2 seconds difference between the Relic Hunter, Treasure Seeker, and Dalincia, which is not a big difference at all. So they're pretty much very similar in terms of the damage that they put out. So again, that's our health. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Next up, we're going to do the Cimmerian Berserker. This guy used to be pretty lethal when we first got him. So it'll be interesting to see how this guy fares. Timer's up. I like the fact that now they initiate the fight despite me being in I think it's called ghost mode or whatnot. So basically the NPCs, the hostile NPCs don't see me, but the Thralls just initiate the fight without me having to hit the enemy or be hit by the enemy. So I like that. That is actually quite useful for videos like this where we test stuff. Alright, we're coming up to the 1-minute mark. For some odd reason, this actually feels a bit slow, but we'll see what the final time is. Okay. we went over the 1 minute mark. I like the fact that the Thralls pretty much knock back the boss into a corner and they just keep going on at it. Also, the Sword of Crom seems to be pretty good. I can also test other weapons as well. If you guys want me to do that, again, let me know down below in a comment. Let me know what weapons you want me to test on the same Thralls. I will keep these Thralls for later videos because I do not get any XP. So we can always use the base Thralls that you see in this video and try them out with various weapons and see if we get better times. Also, just as a note, I do like the different comments that the Thralls have as they attack the target. Alright, nearly dead there. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Similar to Dylencia, just 2 seconds above the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. I'd say that that's not really that much of a big difference anyways. Next up, we have Dacius the Sharp. So we're going to gear him up. You can see his starting health. We're not even going to bother with fully healing him. We already know that they can do okay with this gear set with regards to fighting the boss. So let's get in the boss. Let's see what they can do. So we're looking for the Winged Terror. Winged Death, that's the one. I always get them confused. I'm trying to find an angle here where I can keep the target on the boss so that we can see its health all the time, where I'm not in the way also. I can't do this in first person, which would be helpful. Unfortunately, my avatar has to be in the way. Now, of course, Dylencia, Dacius the Sharp, and Spinous the Marauder are a bit more difficult to get. The Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker and the Sumerian Berserker can be quite easy to find, especially the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. And at the moment, based off the tests that we've seen so far, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker seems to do quite well. So I'm quite happy that it's still a powerful Thrall. Don't know, sometimes when I do these tests, it feels like some Thralls take longer than others, like a lot longer, but at the moment they seem to be fairly equal in times, which is pretty good, I guess. Although, to be honest, I feel like the Thralls should have different starting benefits anyways in terms of what they do, damage, maybe, I don't know, combos, something. There should be something separating them, making them unique, especially for the really rare ones and really hard ones to get. We are nearly there, so just having a look at the time right now, keeping my eye on it. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Yes, very similar to the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. I like the fact that the AI seems to have been fixed, and they are a lot more aggressive than they used to be. So, like for example, in the past, the Sumerian Berserker used to be known as being very aggressive. I like the fact that they're aggressive. So next up is Spinous the Marauder. This guy is the last one. We're going to gear him up, as you can see, getting rid of all the stuff that we don't need off of him. I'm going to keep these sets on them for future testing. let's get the boss out and see what happens with Spinous the Marauder. And let it begin. Okay, so all of them seem to be fairly accurate with their hits. They don't seem to just stand there looking at the boss, which is, I would say, a massive improvement to the AI. The fact that they actually get stuck in, that's going to be very useful. Now, with them being so aggressive, that might mean that they might just end up running from one target to the other as you make your way across the map, which could potentially complicate things. But on the positive side of things, you can of course play around with their temperamentals, with their tempers, with their level of aggressiveness. You can actually tweak that around, which is again a good feature to have. I like that. That's something that is a positive change to the game. So as you can see, or have seen at the beginning of this video, we do have plenty of thralls here acting as spectators. I thought that would be pretty neat to have. And they are all set to passive, so very useful thing to have. Okay, we are coming up to the 2-minute mark right now. And the boss is nearly down. Just gone over 2 minutes. Looking at the time right now, trying to catch that time. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So, yeah, not bad at all. They are all fairly similar in damage, so ranging between 2 minutes and 14 seconds to 2 minutes and 16 seconds. It's only 2 second different right there. But yeah, if you have any of these thralls, as you can see, they are very good when they start off. And then once they level up, it really depends on the perks that they get. In my honest opinion, I think, and I would say maybe the tier 4 thralls, seeing as they're so hard to get and rare to get, maybe they should have some sort of, I don't know, attack specific to them that gives them that extra little boost. Not by a lot, but just a bit. Something to make them unique. Apart from just the name tag, I think. That would be a good idea to probably implement into the game. It just gives them a uniqueness. So like, for example, the tier 4 crafting thralls tend to have a unique recipe that they come with. Something like that. Something that they do unique. Something to motivate people to go out and farm those really rare tier 4 thralls. Other than that, then I would say that the best thrall that you can get is still the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, especially if you are starting out with the base stats and you want to build something up. They are very common, very easy to come by, very efficient, and as this video shows, very good at killing stuff. So definitely I would place the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker for those things still on the first position, and then you just end up leveling up a ton of them and keeping the ones that you think have the best stats. With that being said and done, that is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to let me know down below through a comment or a like, and if you want me to run other tests similar to this with weapons and other thralls, let me know. I'm gonna be happy to do that. We now have the arena, so I can do these sort of videos very often, and should be fairly easy to do. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new and haven't already for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel, who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so they get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.